Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Ongaku to You. This is your host Ken for the week of January 4th, 2018. Who do I have with me today?
You have Luna.
Okay.
This is Gray.
Well, yeah, thanks you guys. And Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year. Now we gotta get used to
Yes,
saying
we are in.
2018 for the next 52 weeks.
Yeah, tell me
Yep.
about it. So, what have we been listening to? Gray, why don't you go first?
Uh, it's been a busy week for me at work. So I haven't really had a chance to really listen to too much. Interestingly enough, yesterday I was listening. No, it was Tuesday. I was listening to Utada's Exodus album, which is
Oh,
her American produced album, while I was shopping at the local Target, and it wasn't my cup of tea, but it wasn't terrible. I think Utada's Japanese work is better, but
hmm.
um, it wasn't atrocious by any means, but it was just it's different from what I'm used to. It was a different sound, um, and it just a lot of the songs didn't hit on much. So, but I listened to that and been listening to some more Scandal as of late, and just a few other bands. Nothing too special. What about you, Luna?
And you, Luna?
I've been listening to a lot of, I guess you could say, random songs on my pod at work. A lot of Japanese R&B. So Jasmine, Mflo, Lisa, Aisha, Hiromi, just to name a few, kind of like the style I've been really into lately, especially like Jasmine and Aisha. I went through like all their albums in one day, and I'm just like, oh, they need something new. Because their music, they haven't done anything for a little while. So,
Oh, nice. Yeah, strictly for me, I've been listening to Mflo. I just got their new album, which is Mflo Universe, and it's pretty much their entire discography. Yeah, so it's like 150 songs, and I'm like going through that slowly, just picking apart whatever songs. But a lot of it is just their interludes, also. So sometimes on certain CDs, they do like a little rap interlude to kind of transition to the next song, and they count that as a song too. So it's like in actuality probably like 110 songs, I want to say.
Wow, that's quite
Like,
the catalog.
yeah, well, I'm pretty sure they did that just so that they could hype up their new album with Lisa again.
Probably.
Yeah, but
did Mflo
yes,
Universe contain all the Love series as well?
yes, it did. So there's that, a lot of that.
I do like the Love series because that's where I found out about a lot of the artists that I like now is through Mflo. All the collaborations they did put me in touch with a lot of good artists.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, since this is the first episode of the new year, we are gonna try something that usually a lot of music podcasts, or I guess a lot of podcasts in general, won't really do with this program. We are going to cover the Kohaku, and the Kohaku is pretty much the Red versus White. Um, it's the Song Music Festival. It's the most prestigious music festival or program in Japan, and it is a whopping 4.5 to 5 hours long. If I'm correct, I believe
Yeah,
it was about four and a half
it's right
hours.
at 4 hours and
It's
30
like,
minutes.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so it's a pretty hefty thing, and pretty much they use this to kind of celebrate a lot of what happened in the past year. Um, if you did well records wise or um, sales wise, you're usually invited onto this show. But and also, what another thing is to this is probably the last edition of the Heisei era in Japan because they're gonna be moving on to a new era. They haven't named it yet, but it's possibly the last one anyway. But yeah, the three of us watched it.
Yes, yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Most of it.
Most of it. It is a slog to watch through. Traditionally in Japan, you're watching this and then it leads up right up to New Year's. So you're using this to kind of just skate by for time's sake for New Year's anyway.
I'll say I found it
But yeah,
more. I'll say I found it more entertaining than what we were watching at the New Year's party I attended. Not that I went to a boring New Year's party, but like just I don't know. It just like this was a lot more fun and entertaining, and the music was a lot better.
yeah, they recently they've been trying to do a lot of stage production towards it, and you kind of saw it a lot through this year's one.
This one had a lot of money put into it. It's very obvious from the onset. They had holograms in one of the acts, so you know they really put forth the money to make this a spectacle.
Okay, and with that, let's kind of just go down the list here and kind of just give our thoughts about the songs and the artists. I'm particularly interested in to hear what you wanted to say, Gray, because this is kind of a lot of it is kind of new to you.
Yes, I'd say 95% of it was new to me. Like there were some artists I have heard of, but never really had the opportunity of hearing any of their music. Some of it was surprisingly good. Some of it was not like there was never a bad song. I mean, they had 45 acts, which is a lot, and there's not a bad song in the entire 45 of them. But there are songs that were much better than others. There was just some where it's like, yeah, it's not bad, but it wasn't like I'm not going to run out and buy their albums tomorrow. But then there was other songs where like mid performance, I hopped on iTunes and I purchased them because I'm like, yeah, no, this is going with me wherever I go because the song is awesome. So.
Yeah, and I kind of want to hear your reactions from a lot of the Inca stuff too.
Okay. Which one was the or you can point it out as we go.
Yeah, I'll point it out as we go. And Luna, you should know a hefty amount. I want to say you should know at least 40 to 60% of them, right?
Oh yeah, I know a lot of the artists on there, and I was very happy to see a lot of them on Kohaku again, or some of them have been on there several times. So
there was one person who has been on there 47 times.
Oh yeah, and it's the 68th year, so she's only missed like maybe one, the first 20.
No, this
and
is
if you've been on all 60, he only missed like the first 20, and if you been through all of them, oh my goodness, I don't know how you're still singing.
Yeah, and he actually had a pretty good song too. It was Hiroshi Itsuki. He's the 29th act. He actually had a pretty good song, but yeah, he's been there for ever, I guess. But like the entire crowd was really into his song. And by the end of it, I was starting to get into it a little bit too. So, I mean, it was a sight to behold. Like he might have been there 47 times, but it's nice to see that he still has like energy and he's excited to be there. And I got the feeling like there's no other place on earth he wanted to be at that moment than right there on that stage
Oh yeah.
doing that song. So it was nice.
So yeah, let's start going down through this list. The first performance was by Hey Say Jump. It was their debut onto the Kohaku.
With an
They
awkward,
are Johnnies.
yeah, with an awkward song title.
Oh yes. Let me say the song verbatim. Come on in my house, and I feel pretty dirty just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, and I felt like here's my thing is when I saw the name of the song, part of me wanted to hate the song so much, and then the music kicks in, and Lord, if it's not catchy and really good.
Oh. I was gonna say this song is hella Johnny's, and I was like, oh okay.
I was like, oh. It's like I wrote in my notes like, despite stupid name, great song. I'm like, oh, because it's a good song. It's a really good song, in spite of its name.
So yeah, there's that, and so the first acts they usually perform with everyone on the stage too. So all the other acts on stage, and if you guys watched it, if you notice the people that were doing that dancing motions also, they were also from Johnny's.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
So that's the only reason why a lot of them just was like. Otherwise, they were just clapping along and stuff. But yeah, after that there was Little Glee Monsters, and this is their first.
I love them.
Yeah, this is their debut onto the Kohaku also. They did Tsukida, and I am looking forward to this group very much so.
And can I say something about them? So
Yeah,
when I was in Japan in 2014, I saw them live at a very indie show. I wanted to see a singer named Jasmine. They happened to be an opening act for her, and I didn't know who they were at the time. They were signing autographs, but the line was really, really long. I regret to this day not meeting them, but I remember their performance because they stuck out. Their voices stuck out. They were cute, and I really, really liked them. And I still regret not getting their autograph, but at least I got to say I saw them live before they got popular.
Hey.
So.
Being a hipster.
yeah, a little bit, but I really like the group. I think they have good vocals. They have some good songs. So. I'm looking forward to seeing more of them.
And the song that they did was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed Tsukida. That was a really good song. Like it's nice, and it's catchy, really upbeat. And they have some really good vocals too. So
yes.
Okay, and then going down to number 3, his name is Keisuke Yamauchi, with I ga Shinji Rarenai Nara, and he's an Inca singer. If you guys don't know, Inca is like a traditional style of singing, I guess, for Japanese style anyway.
Yeah.
Very traditional. Yeah. What took me aback from this one is they had AKB48 members dancing in the background. And I started noticing this when, let's just say, when AKB started getting popular and getting invited onto the show, they start dancing around in the background of Inca songs, mostly because otherwise people might not pay attention.
Well, I figured they have 48 girls waiting in the wings. Give them something to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
No offense to the group, because I mean they're not the only 40 some odd group that was there.
Yeah.
But no, this is a really good song. But I felt like it had sort of like an Arabian Nights feel to it.
Oh yeah, I mean the song is called If I Can't Believe in Love, if you translate into English. So it sounds like a very love ballady song
Yeah.
in English anyway. But yeah. Continuing on to number 4 is E-Girls. This is their 5th year going on to the Kohaku with Love Queen. Oh, sorry, Love Star Queen to be accurate.
Do you pronounce the star?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I just want to know, just in case it comes up, I want to make certain I'm in vogue because this was a good song. Like this was a really good song.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It was really good. It was really catchy too.
And my girl Karen, she was looking fine in that song. Oh, baby. She's my favorite member. Let's just say that much.
Everybody's gotta have a favorite.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yep, my favorite left, so I can't say who my favorite is anymore.
But yeah, okay, let's go down to number 5. It's Shisha Amo. This is their debut year. And as soon as I saw this band, I was like thinking, Gray's gonna love this band.
I thought the same thing, and I actually really liked them too.
Oh, they were really good. Like, and I loved the like the high school band accompaniment behind them. Like,
yeah, they were playing. The song was called Ashtamo, so it was really good. I really liked it.
yeah,
I can see myself downloading stuff from them very soon.
like I will say like just I love the high school and they were like you could tell like they were actually high schoolers, but like it was just really cool. I love it when bands like do like a more because I was in marching band when I was in high school, so anytime like there's anything that kind of gets me back into those days, I just fall in love with it. So it was definitely a song right up my alley. Like I would like I really like it. I'd love to hear more from them, and I think it would be cool if they come back next year as well. They were pretty awesome.
And going down to number 6, oh man, is a singer by the name of Miyama. He sung this song called Otoko Ryuji. They tried to do something very interesting during the performance. So
tried is the key word.
Yeah, tried is the key word there. So they tried to do like I guess the most completed like kendama trick or completion. I'm not too sure. If you guys don't know what kendama is, it's pretty much that stick with the string connected to the ball, and you're trying to cup the ball or catch the ball or something like that.
Yeah, catch the ball in like one of the cups on the side. It's actually a fun toy, and it's actually a lot harder to do than it looks. Because when I was in Japan in 2014, like we got to play with a kendama, and I like it's like you gotta have good hand-eye coordination. Like it's not that easy, but yeah, like they tried to do this whole thing. I think it was 115 people.
Yeah, it was 115 people, including the singer itself at the end of the song. And I couldn't pay attention to this song mostly because the 14th guy in the lineup dropped the ball, and I couldn't pay attention, and I was just laughing the entire time. And I felt so sorry because I'm like, this guy has sung his entire career to get onto this stage, and here he's just a guy just laughing because the gimmick that they tried to associate with this didn't work.
14 people in, I could understand if you're like the 100 or like right in the middle or something, but right at the beginning at 14, like it was like.
And if you guys were watching it, you guys heard the audience just go, "Oh."
Yep.
It was just like, oh my goodness, God.
and I think they were trying to get in the Guinness Book of World Records because like they panned over and showed them people there.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, number 14 messed you guys up.
Yeah,
Maybe
brought shame to
maybe
everyone there, man.
like I don't know the record. Maybe 15 through 115 was enough to get them in
Yeah.
because you got to discount the first
Couldn't-
13.
Yeah, I know, right? No, hopefully. No, maybe the record was 114 people, just consecutive, right there. But yeah, going on to number 7. It's interesting. It's a pair act. It's I and Naomi Watanabe. So Naomi Watanabe, if you guys don't know this, she is a comedian singer.
Yeah, she was the one that was limp seeking Lady Gaga, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Yeah, later on
Yeah,
down. She's become very famous in Japan because of her comedic things. And a lot of it unfortunately has to do with because of her weight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we have a lot
That
of actors in America that fall under the same trappings.
yeah, so she uses it as a weapon, so she goes, "Oh yeah, I mean, you can go and get used to it. I'm this way." They sung a song called Kira Kira, and I believe it's Ai's third appearance on the Kohaku, but she was the main pretty much act.
I'm kind of like, I didn't know she was back because I've been a fan of I for years, and I thought she retired or quit a while ago, but because she had her final I album and then kind of silence. I don't know. Can you enlighten me on any of that? Do you know anything about I?
No, I really don't. Like this is the first song that I heard from her in a while too. So
it was a good song though, like really good.
It was.
It was inspirational song. Let's just say that much.
Well, it had a
lyrics.
choir in the background, and they sounded a little churchy.
Yeah, but yeah. Continuing on to number 8. Okay, so this guy was very interesting. So they pretty much got a guy that he's been singing for how many years, and he got pretty famous in like singing in like bars and stuff like that from what they were PBing at. So they brought him on, and it was like, it's kind of like his shot kind of thing. So I'm kind of interested to see like, oh, well, they've been doing a lot of different things just to kind of keep the Kohaku interesting lately. And it's kind of interesting that they did something like that for this guy. So it was a debut, and he sung a song called Yo Soko no Wakai no. And it's pretty much a guitar song, like the songs you would hear at like a campfire or like a pub, pretty much.
Yeah. When you said this was his shot, did you mean that as like a pun? Because his last name is Pistol.
Oh no, I did not mean that at all.
I saw that. I'm like, yeah, Takehara Pistol is the singer, and like me personally, I thought it was okay. It didn't ring too much to me, but it was interesting to see like this acoustic accompaniment. Well, I mean, it's just him by himself, but it was nice.
Yeah. So the first, going on to number 9. Oh my goodness! So it's a singer by the name of Midori Oka, and I am gonna get into Inca because honestly, so she's an Inca singer, and she's sung this song called Sada no Yube.
Oh, like this song was awesome, good.
It was really good, and
I agree.
And oh my goodness, so I started tearing because they showed her talking to her grandma, and her grandma started crying, and I was like, oh my god, who started chopping onions? Oh man. But I really like the song, and I would say if I get into Inca because of her, you'll find out why. She's a very attractive lady too.
Very attractive and very gorgeous voice.
Yes, and they had a couple of younger singers there for Inca too, and I can see if they can continue this way of bringing a newer generation of Inca singers, which is really good too. Because I remember AKB also had an Inca singer wannabe also, so I was very happy that they were at least trying to keep that tradition alive.
as they should. And it would be awful if like that died out because people lost interest. Like that style of music is very distinct to Japan. It's something that helps like when people think of like Western not Western like Japanese music like most people like they don't think of like idol groups and pop and rock songs and stuff like that. Like one of my coworkers when I was talking to her about Japanese music and I had played some for her, like she was a little disappointed because it just sounded like music you'd hear in America, but they're singing in Japanese instead of English. And so the good thing about Incas is it's a distinctive style that makes them stand out, and it would be really really sad if they could no longer do that.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, continue on to number 10 is Sexy Zone, another Johnny's act. And they sung this song called Gyuto, which was very interesting. They asked the entire audience to do the hand motions too.
Oh yeah, that is right.
I actually really liked the song. It was catchy, and you know what? Now I know why they're called Sexy Zone. The guys are pretty cute. I had to say it. I was thinking that the whole time, and all the like cute faces they were making. I'm like, God damn it! Now I know why they're popular. They're cute,
Yeah.
all the young girls go crazy.
Yeah, this is their 5th year in it, and I was like, oh man, I can't say anything because otherwise I gotta turn in my man card there. So I mean, they're fairly attractive.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty boys. They weren't the only group on stage that I would throw under the phrase of pretty boys, but I mean they were attractive, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But I did like the song more than I like. I wrote on my notes like I like the song probably more than I should. Like it is very catchy.
Are you gonna become a Johnny's guy now?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll wait and see. I doubt it, but you never know. Anything's possible.
Yeah, anything's possible. Okay, so now we're gonna continue on to number 11 by a singer of Ichikawa Yukino. This is her 2nd year here, and she sung Jinsei Ichiro. What'd you think about that song, Ray?
I liked it. It was nice. It was upbeat. Let's see. I have in my notes like it seems to be some sort of tribute, but I'm trying to think of like some of the imagery they were using because it looked like they were like doing a tribute to something.
Yeah, they were tributing. I think to either I think she has an ancestor in the business, either her mom or something. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not 100% on that, but it seemed like they were tributing something.
Yeah, it was hard to tell, but I liked the song. It was really nice, and I just wish I knew what they were tributing because I found that a smidge distracting from the song. So I was like, because like you see like pictures of like older people like throughout the years, and yeah. I think you see like a picture of an older gentleman too at one point, and I was like, I don't know what they're like, but. I mean, it seemed nice, and it was like I said, it was a wonderful song.
Yeah, it was a wonderful. She does she makes her career in Inca, so, and I think what was it? She sung like she's a fairly popular Inca singer too, so it's kind of sad to see her only on the stage twice. But yeah. Continue on to number 12. It's a song by Kohei Fukuda, and he's another Inca singer. And this was a little interesting. I think this was the one with all the umbrellas, right?
Think so? Yes. Yeah,
when he was coming down from the main stage.
Yeah, I remember that now. So. I didn't write much on my notes for this song, so I don't have much to say and I'm not gonna actually say the note that I wrote because it's a little mean. But the song was not bad, but my note's not pretty, so I will leave that note alone. But yeah,
Okay.
it was the Umbrella song.
Yeah. It's, and continuing down to number 13, it's the Sandame J Soul Brothers singing Happy. And it's interesting because they had a live band with them performing.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it's a good
And you
song.
I really enjoyed the performance.
And you can kind of see why they're really popular now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, watching them live and seeing that, I can understand why they're very popular.
I think with just J Soul Brothers in general, I think this is their 6th year. So
That's crazy. It's pretty good.
yeah. But yeah, continuing on to number 14 is by a singer by the name of Yoshimi Tendo. And okay, so she is considered one of the best female enka singers, and she's been in the business, or at least at the Kohaku, for 22 years. What was specifically interesting for her act, the song that she sung is Toton Buri Ninjo. So it's the main street in Kansai in Osaka. She is of Kansai descent. So all the singers and all the other people behind her were specifically from Kansai. So they had Kanjani 8, which is Johnny's Kansai group. They had NMB48, some of the people from AKB's Osaka group. They had a couple of the singers who are from Osaka descent right behind her.
Okay.
So I thought that was very interesting.
This song makes a lot more sense now.
It does.
Because I saw it and I saw the people dancing, and I was like, oh yeah. I mean, it's a good song, but I didn't know like they were all from Kansai. Like that's actually really cool.
Yeah, all the people that were behind her singing and with her in that performance, they were all from the Kansai area. So I was like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's a good tribute to like specific regions too, which is interesting. But yeah, continuing down to number 15 is Sekai Owari. This is their 4th year here. However, they are missing a member. The other singer, Saori, she wasn't there because she was giving birth at the time.
Oh, I just figured it was to stay on motif because the white team is all men and the red team was all women. So I just
yeah. It just usually depends if what team they're mostly going to be on. If it's a song that is mostly on the lady or Saodi's voice, then they'll perform for the white, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she was pregnant, so she couldn't have gone. So they dedicated the song, which they've done. It's called Rain, to her because she was giving birth at the time.
Yeah, it's a really
She
good
was
song.
in labor.
Like it was a really good song. I really enjoyed it. I have one thing to say about this band, and I don't know if it was just that evening or whatnot, but the dude in the clown mask was ruining it for me because he was the biggest distraction. I'm like,
okay. So I'm gonna tell you something. Here, Grant. He's part of the group the entire time. He wears that mask the entire time because he does not like the limelight. So he'd rather just wear the mask and keep the separation of church and state between that.
I kind of figured that when I saw him when we were talking to the group and everything. I figured I think he's with them, but I really did like what I heard. I've never heard of Sekai no Owari, and it makes me want to check out more of their stuff, though.
Like the song is really good, but can he pick another mask or something? I'm all for indemnity, but like, come on, man, you're freaking me out over here, and I'm trying to watch this.
I think he watched it, the Japanese version of it, a while back, and just got along with the clown. Oh man! But yeah. Yeah, it freaked me out the first time I saw this group too, but I just kind of learned to live with it already.
And then every time you see them in the background, you're like, oh, yep, there he is.
There he is, he's just with that creepy ass smile on the mask.
And the hair up in spikes. I'm like, oh Lord, just please,
Yeah.
please find another mask. They sell them a dime a dozen. Like go to the
Sell 'em a
Haku Inn
dime a
store. I'm
dozen.
fairly certain that you can find something that for $1 that is less terrifying and less nightmare inducing than that mask.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, continuing down to number 16. It's Karaki Mai singing Togetsu Kyo Kimi o Mo. So this is her fourth time in it. She's another very interesting singer. But they did something before this act. So this year marks the 100th anniversary of when Japanimation was made.
Yes.
So they did a little tribute of everything, like all the popular ones up to the 2000s, I want to say.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing Mobile Suit Gundam. Like Astro Boy is cool, but I'm not a big Astro Boy fan. But man, I love Gundam. Like the original Gundam is my favorite Mobile Suit. Like, and I know it was just for like a split second, but I like that was really cool. And she done it, but her song specifically is a tribute for Detective Conan, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
They only played clips from the show.
Because that song is specifically used for one of the endings and one of the movies.
Yes.
I got you.
Kuraki Mai's actually done several Detective Conan songs. She's been around since, oh god, I want to say late 90s, like 98, 99.
So about when Detective Conan started?
Yes, I have a lot of her albums. I think I have every early album. I don't have her newer stuff, but I like her music and her voice. She's a very interesting singer.
Oh yeah,
I like the song.
Too.
And did you guys see the train on that woman's? I want to say dress. Yeah, I think it was a dress.
Like her outfit was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, like seeing it was like a huge kimono.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Oh yeah,
I'm like she had a train behind her that would put every wedding dress I've ever seen with my own two eyes to shame. Like it was just this epic train. I was like that takes up 1/3 of the stage. Man.
But yeah, continuing on. So we get to our first international act of the night. Oh, and it's Twice with their if you've been listening to us since the beginning, they have at least appeared on the Oricon, either singles or albums at least once.
I think we've talked about this song before.
Yeah. So the next two acts, they considered it a dance tribute. And so a lot of it was a very dance centric song. So, but they sung this song called TT, and they asked everyone in the audience to do the hand motions, and to the point that they even made the judges do the hand motions.
Oh. Yeah.
And you just saw that one guy who did it wrong, and then he corrected himself.
You have to.
Oh man.
I will say I didn't want to listen to the song for a while. I know it was in the Oricon charts, but hearing it and seeing it live, it's really, really catchy. And I did like it, and I can see why it's really popular over there.
Oh.
They're pretty much like another Girls' Generation.
They they kind of just with not as many girls, because I think it's only like 4 or 5 girls in Twice, or maybe the band's bigger and I'm getting them mixed up. But
I think Twice doesn't they have like 8 or 9 members?
Yeah.
I think they have the same as Girls' Generation did. Girls' Generation had 9. I don't know Twice. I want to say it was at least 7.
Oh.
Because they had a lot of girls with them.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's 7.
It's 7.
But yeah.
Yeah, I will say
9 members.
9.
9?
9.
Yep, same as SNSD then.
I will say that yeah, the song is catchy, but for me it was catchy in an annoying way, not infectious way. So I was like, well, yeah, but like by the end of it, it was growing on me a little bit. But I could have lived without the hand gesture.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I didn't really care for the hand gestures, but the song was really catchy, and the girls' outfits were really cute. So I can see why they're popular.
You don't like doing the upside down gun poses, man? What are you talking about? Yeah, that's what the gesture pretty much looks like. It looks like an upside down gun pose pointing down.
Well, I agree. It looks like they're pointing down, but I wouldn't say guns. Just because yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't mind them doing them like once or twice in the song, but like there was like people that like they just held that pose like the entire length of the song, and I'm like
It's pretty funny because I'm pretty sure a lot of it is they just never heard the group before and they asked them to do the gesture and they're like, I don't know when to properly do it, but I'll just do it anyway.
I'm just going along. I'm just here for the ride. I'm like,
I'm just here for the ride.
But I mean, yeah,
But
you can totally see why it's uber popular. Like the moment the song comes on to the moment it ends, you're like, well, I see the appeal right here, right there. It's right all over the screen. But I'm like, I don't know. Like maybe if I heard the song like maybe 2 or 3 more times, like I'll jump on the bandwagon. But right now, I'm like, it was okay, but I still could have done it. Like, they overkilled that hand gesture.
Man,
you
can't see it, but I'm doing it right now, man.
and to be fair, I was way more excited about the guy that was behind them. So, like, because they had him on stage at the same time, and I was like, yes, there's my man, there's my man, there's my man. So I was like, you know.
So.
I was like, get through this so I can get to the good stuff.
I'll let you introduce him. Why don't you go ahead and number 18?
Number 18 was Daichi Miura. He actually did 2 songs. He did Cry and Fight and Excite, and like he killed it. Like he killed it. Like his dance choreography is awesome. Like every time I watch this man get up, like because like if you watch any of his music videos, like he's dancing through all of them, and like the man knows how to pop and lock like you won't believe, and he just is smooth and fluid. Like I love his dance choreography. The other guys that were in his dance group, like they were in perfect sync. Both songs were excellent. And Cry and Fight was actually an a cappella song. So
because it was mostly to focus on the dancing, I believe.
Yeah, but I mean, still, because like you could tell, like they were actually singing, like there's no lip syncing or anything like that. Like all these performances were live. They you could actually hear them sing. And so it was really cool because like you could, as he's dancing and doing like all these complicated dance moves, like his voice holds steady. Like he's just standing in front of a microphone doing nothing. And it is just like Daichi Miura knows how to put on a show, and he comes back later on in the show, but he's kind of a background person at that point. But I like Daichi was awesome. Like he in my opinion, he was one of the best acts of the show. But
I agree. He was really amazing.
I had really to focus in for a while now, but I am freaking excited. They put a Kamen Rider song in the Kohaku. So if you guys don't know this, Excite is the theme song for last year's, or I guess 2017's Kamen Rider X8. The series was really popular. The song was really popular to the point that you can hear it outside in public at any other like department store in Japan. When I went this past October, they were playing it all over the place.
It's a good song.
So I think,
like, I liked it.
yeah, I think this in the history of Rider, I think this is the first time that their song is appeared on a stage like this.
Well,
So I was like freaking out when I heard that.
now they know that all they have to do is just get the Daichi to do the song, and you got a hit on your hands.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know, right? And it's sad because I want Sentai to get also to that prestige, but they also farm it out to a music group that Toei owns. That's why all their songs is really generic, and they always mention the group. While Rider, they contract singers, actual singers, to sing a song that is vaguely recollecting to what the theme of the song is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, enough on that tangent. Going on to number 19, is a singer by the name of Izumori Kaori. This is her 15th year, and she done a song called Hayatomo no Seto. It's another Inca song.
Yes.
What did you think about that?
It wasn't bad. I liked. I don't want to call it dance choreography because that would imply dancing, and they didn't do that. This is the one where like they had a bunch of girls standing in a line, and they would put their arms in various positions, and depending on where in the music what was going on, like they would have their arms doing different things, and it was really like everybody was really good on time. Like nobody stood out or missed a beat or anything like that. So all the effects that they were going for worked really well, and it was surprisingly interesting and well. And then at the end of it, she's on wire hooks and floating. So I'm like, oh, there was a transition.
Oh yeah, like they made a joke saying that should rise up to the top, and she did.
I mean, I think there's only one girl. Like metaphorically, there's one girl near like the last act. I think would theoretically rise higher than her because it's just technicality. But actual getting off the stage, she was the highest.
Yeah. Going down to number 20. Continue on. It's a group by the name of Wanima, and they sung. It's their debut, and they sung a song called Tomoni. And you actually really like this song, right, Gray?
Oh yeah, I bought it. like song was still playing, and I picked up my phone. I'm like, is this on iTunes? It is. Boom, it's mine now. And I listened to that today at work. Like it is, like when I first heard the lead singer, I was like, well, like the music's good, and like I like the guitar, I like the drum, I like everything. The lead singer needs a little bit of work, but then like halfway through the song, I'm like, you know what? Lead singer is not that bad. I kind of like it. All right, I'm good. And then today I was like, oh no, the lead singer's great. Like you just had to grow on me a little bit. Like it was really good. I've never heard of them. Like this is the first song I've ever heard by them, but I'm interested to check out more of their work because this song was good. This song was really good.
What was interesting? So they're from Kumamoto. And they had the Kumamoto bear just in the background.
I remember that, and I was like, "Why is that bear there?" It makes sense
just
now.
to kind of say, "Hey, we're from this area of Japan, and we want to represent kind of that area." But yeah, continuing on to number
21.
Number 21 with a singer named Shimazu Aya. She sung the song "The Rose." an entirely English song.
Well, yeah, because it's a Bette Midler song from 1978 or 9, I want to say. I've actually owned the song for 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Because it's a beautiful song. It's a gorgeous song. I had to sing this in elementary school as part of a recital that we would put on. And so yeah, when this came on, I did a double take. I'm like, what am I hearing? This isn't the Rose. Oh no, it is. Oh okay. All that aside, beautifully sung song. Like the vocalist, really talented. She had a smidge of an accent, but it's not atrocious by any means. You can understand what she's saying. So it was a good cover, but I felt it was really weird because I'm like, what's the Rose doing here? What is the Rose? Call Bette Midler.
Yeah,
See
don't
worry.
We're gonna get to more weird stuff in about 2 acts later. Hold on. So after her, we had a singer number 22. His name is Go Hiromi. He's been in it many years, 30 years, and he sung this song called Nioku Yonsenman no Hitomi, and so he had a bunch of high schoolers as the background dancers, dressed up in 70s and 80s attire.
Yes, he did.
And the song was remixed into a Eurobeat song the entire time. And so the Nioku Yonsenman no Hitomi, it's a riff on the $2 billion man or whatever.
That's funny.
So yeah, they showed a thing where he went to the high school and he met the dancers and they were like practicing all the beats and stuff. I was just,
it was very interesting. I'm like, oh look, we're back in the 80s.
Oh,
But it was like a fun, it was fun. I liked the dancers in the background, even though they were in high school. It was still a lot of fun, with the style and everything like that.
okay.
Yeah, you could tell like they were just trying to have fun, and the song is awesome. I agree. Like that 80s, because I saw because you see all the people and you're like, man, they look 80s, and then the music kicks in, it's like, oh well, there's your 80s right there. So it I love the 80s. It's my favorite decade. So any time to go, any excuse to go back to the 1980s is always, in my opinion, a good thing. So yeah, I liked it a lot.
So yeah, after this they kind of had a intermission, or sorry, a halftime show. So
which
they started.
It's a little bit before the halfway point of this of the whole thing, but I guess you can call it a halftime show.
Yeah, so they had a halftime show, quote unquote, and so they kind of, I guess, teased us by playing the beginning of Poker Face, and they were like saying, "Oh, Lady Gaga's here? What?" But no, it was just Naomi Watanabe.
Yeah,
like Lady Gaga.
Like I was expecting Lady Gaga to walk around the corner at any second. So I'm like, oh, is she there? Did they get her? Like, whoa, that would be really cool. Come on stage and sing something in my opinion, I think that's something like Lady Gaga would do. So I'm like, well, hey, that's really cool. But yeah, no. Then she's lip syncing. Although I thought it was funny because she walked up to the guy and he passed her the microphone because she was lip syncing the whole time, and she passes like this random dude in the audience, this rando, the mic.
Oh, the old guy. Yeah, the old guy. He just didn't know what to do, right?
He's just, and the music's just playing, and he's like, oh, I'm supposed to move my mouth and pretend like you can just see the gears turning in that man's head, and before he could move his lips, she rips the microphone away, and his mouth started moving, and I'm like, oh my Lord.
So yeah, not only did she perform Poker Face, so she also did Born This Way.
Yeah, but nothing funny happens in Born This Way.
Yeah. It's just a straight lip sync performance. And then after that, so they had a pair act of Chiemi Bolson and Austin Malone. Austin Malone is a U.S. singer, so he's the other international act that they brought here. So they did an interaction with Dirty Work, which is the song that he was mostly singing, and a collaboration with B, which is, I guess, the interlude which she was adding onto the song.
Yeah. I will say, like, I've never heard Dirty Work. I don't know Austin Malone, but I thought the song was kind of
Same.
catchy.
Oh yeah, I would probably give it a listen or two and say, oh yes, English speaking friends, I listen to American music too.
It's just rare.
But yeah, it's just rare. It's just rare. Continuing on to number 23 is Kizaka 46 with Fukuon. And this is a heavily dance-centric song.
Yeah.
I love this song.
I
That
loved
hip
it.
thrusts.
It
Those
was
hip
a
thrusts.
fun performance.
Those hip thrusts, no. You can't see me, but I'm like leaning towards my computer right now, just saying. Those hip thrusts. But yeah, we'll get back to them later, but something does happen in a later performance that I will mention when we get there. But what do you think of the performance, Craig?
Yeah, I liked it. It was, yeah, very dance heavy. Song was really good, and they did have cool outfits. I do wish like they would do something different with the lead girl's hair. Not that she's unattractive or anything, but like you can't see her face, and I was like I don't know how she sees to hit the beats that she needs to hit. Because like her hair is just all in her face. Like you could see one eye.
How
the dedication.
The dedication. They don't need that.
Like I could do this with one eye closed, and I'll prove it. I'm like, well, hey.
Yeah, this is their second year in the Kohaku, and they only started like I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. So to get invited within that fast of a debut, it's pretty rare. Let's just say that much. But it is an idol group, so, and it is a 46 group, and it is Akimoto we're talking about, so I'm not really surprised. But yeah, continue on to number 24. It's Kanjani 8. This is their 6th year here, and they sung a song called Nagu Gaki Beat. They did something very, very interesting, though. So they performed out from the entrance hall to the main hall.
Yeah.
And they interacted with all the other backstage people that were also kind of comedic acts that were happening around also.
Yeah, like I wasn't certain if they were like one of like the traditional acts or if they were like the gold presentation, because all of the special presenters are gold and they're not a part of the voting thing that they did. So it wasn't until I was looking at the official list that I saw like they were actually in the thing. So it wasn't, but it was you're right, it was very different and interesting because you got to see a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes. And it was a very good song, very good, very upbeat song. I mean, beats in the title, so it better be upbeat.
But yeah, continue on to number 25. It's Fukuyama Masaharu with Tomoe Gakuen. It's the 10th time he's been there. They did something very special this Kohaku. I'm not too sure. This is the first time I've done it or watched it fully in a while. So I'm not too sure if they started it this year or a previous year, but they started going out from the Kohaku main hall and started filming or live filming from other places. So they did his performance in Yokohama. He wasn't even part of the main hall. He was they live filmed it somewhere else, and they were with another audience. they did this again later on to Countdown Japan, which was another part of the industry entirely. So I'm very amazed that they started doing these things. I don't know when they started, if it was this year or if it was from an earlier year, but it shows that, as long as you're part of the show, it doesn't matter if you're even in the NHK hall. So I thought that was very interesting.
No, it was interesting and different, and the song itself was really good. It is a bit more of a slower song. It was pretty good.
Well, going from a slower song to a very interesting song is going to number 26. It's Sakamoto Fuyumi. This is her 29th time in the Kohaku performance, and she sung a song called Otoko no Ko no Himatsuri, or the Fire Festival of Men.
Oh, hey! In my notes, I wrote it sounds like a festival song.
And it is a festival for men. And you can see because she had a male harem of all the male dancers and singers in the background. I thought you would have loved this one when you saw it.
It was. I mean, it was nice. I liked it. But yeah, I was like, man, this sounds like something you'd hear at a festival. And me not speaking like a Japanese, I'm like, this sounds really like a festival song. I can kind of get behind that. This is catchy. Oh yeah, it was a festival song, all right. Yep.
Yeah, it's a festival song, right? Okay, but yeah, continuing down to number 27, it's Nishino Kana with Pa. This is her 8th year in the Kohaku. Personally, I did not like it.
Well, it's not my favorite song. I mean, she has so many better songs. I mean,
but I guess it was the popular song from this year, though.
And it was really popular by her. I mean, yeah, she had some other good songs, but this one did stick out a little more than some of her others. But it definitely wasn't one of my favorites.
I really liked it.
For me, because I don't like this certain style that she sings personally. Like, there's other songs that I like from her. I love her ballads a hell of a lot more than
I too. Oh my god, her ballads are good. But I also like her R&B-ish songs, like when she first started out.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, Pa's okay. It's grown on me. When I first heard it, I did not like it. But then after listening to it a couple times on her new album, it really grew on me. So.
But it's really funny. So she was wearing 2 outfits, and like mid-performance, they ripped off the other outfit. And I was like, "What?" I wasn't really paying attention.
Well, she loves to change. She's so many.
When I saw it, I was like, "Huh?"
I mean, to be fair, the host changed 4 times throughout the show as well.
Oh yeah, well, because he was also doing performances in the middle. But yeah, going.
But I mean, it's a long 4-hour production. If you need to change mid-song, it's nice to know they can accommodate for that kind of mess.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, going down to number 28, it's Tokyo. This is their 24th year, and they are one of the Olympic ambassadors.
Oh, that explains that. Because behind them, you see like all these Olympic images, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, I guess
this is really difficult for you, Gray, because we're watching it live and without subtitles or nothing. So I'm just sitting along here saying, okay, I get it, continue, and you're just like, you're just going by imagery, right?
I am like the whole experience. I'm because like I don't know what's going on or anything like that, so I'm just watching and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I see things going on in the background. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but it'll get explained some point, and I will understand, and all will be right with the world. And yeah, like it was a good song, but
Yeah, the song was called "Ambitious Japan," and it's kind of just like their motivation song for getting hyped for the Tokyo Olympics down in 2020. So
it had a pretty cool
yeah,
guitar riff in it.
yeah. This is an interesting part on their part. This Tokyo is one of their older Johnnies. It's part of Johnny's,
Oh, I did not know that.
and yeah, you would not have been able to tell. They're one of the most older acts that is still a current act within Johnny's.
I wouldn't have known that either, to be honest.
Yeah, so and they've been there for a while, so but yeah. So okay, so to interrupt this part, they throughout the entire night of the Kohaku, they were doing like mini skits to kind of prepare the stage and other guests and other actors or the other performers, so to speak. So they were like doing mini skits in between, and one of the mini skits involved Keiya Kizaka 46 singing the same song again, except with one of the hosts in there. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but the main girl, which is the girl that has her hair covered, her name is Hirate Yurina. She collapsed literally right after the performance, and if you guys weren't really paying attention, the main host asked her, "Are you okay?" There's a zoom up of them, and he kind of turns to her and says, "Okay," and she kind of nods, and then they continued the song. When they did the final pose, you could tell something's wrong because she was shaking, her body wasn't really forming right to what the pose was. And then there was another picture after that, which I saw on Twitter, that both her and another dancer, her name was Suzumoto Miyu, collapsed after from the song. And I can understand because this is a very dance heavy song, and those outfits aren't the best kind of outfits to kind of go all out on.
Yeah, they didn't look breathable much. Like they looked very like they looked like Todd outfits and stuff. But I didn't notice that anything was because like I don't understand Japanese, so like when they're talking, like I didn't hear him say like Daijobu desu ka? I didn't hear that. So
Oh, yeah, no, you probably wouldn't have because no, it was like a split second kind of
yeah.
thing, like
And,
where
and
he just turns, yeah.
and I was a little distracted by seeing like the older host in the group because I was like that was weird. It was like it
But
was
yeah,
really weird. That's not the weirdest thing I saw all evening, but it was up there. The guy with the fake forehead
yeah.
was winning that last like every time he came on screen, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just rolling with it.
So okay, so like Luna was asking me this earlier too. So the guy with the fake forehead, he was critiquing everything, and they kind of used this as a comedy skit to kind of prepare who was the host, who was the acts. It was a continuing thing leading up to the Kohaku.
Okay. So why did he beat up
So
the guys in the bondage suits?
so they okay, so that is it's a inside joke for Japanese television. So they were alluding to like Sentai and Rider and stuff like that.
Okay, I can
But
kind of see that.
the
Yeah.
the evil things that they were fighting with was like collectors, and NHK has these wonderful like skits of if you have a TV, you have to pay a tax for your TV to be hooked up because it's like getting free cable
Oh wow.
for the most part. So like they have collectors that come by your house, and if they kind of see like you have a TV, um, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, you gotta pay us a certain amount of money because you're like leeching off free cable by technicality."
I did not know this. This
So
is fascinating.
they're making a rib off of that,
Oh, okay.
pretty
All right.
much.
Life makes sense again.
So
Okay.
they're kind of being self-aware. Like our all three of us have a mutual friend that lives in Japan right now, and he said that he met one of those people because when he opened the door, the collector saw that he had a TV, but he was just plain stupid American and just did not understand Japanese. So he kind of just played dumb, and the collector went away.
Hey, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Not,
But yeah,
it'd be really hard to do that if you're Japanese. Like, I don't know what you're talking
yeah.
about. Sir, we can tell you've lived here your whole life. But this is
Yeah.
news to me. Yeah, we're not buying it. Give us the money.
Yeah, kind of.
It's not like they're going to take you back and take out your kneecaps. I would hope not.
Yeah, no, they aren't. But yeah, it was just something that I've noticed in this performance because they're pushing this girl really hard. The main girl, the girl that kind of has the hair in her eyes, Hirate Yurina. She's kind of touted as the next Atchan, Maida Atsuko, which is like the main person in AKB for Kia Kizaka 46. She's been the main girl 5 straight CDs in a row, which is something that hasn't been done in 48 or 46 history. So they're putting a lot of marbles on a lot of stones on her back to make her carry this group pretty much. And I guess just all that pressure kind of got to her from the performancing. So hopefully she's okay. She said like the blog post like later on that day said she was okay. But yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad she's doing good.
But yeah, continuing on. Let's go down to number 29, Hiroshi Itsuki. With he's been here a long time, 47 times.
Woo!
Yeah, 47 times. And yeah, and he sung a song called Yosora. How did you like it, Greg?
I liked it because I mean he got the whole crowd into it and like it was nice, as upbeat and catchy, and even though he's been there 47 times, like you could tell, like he's uber excited to be there, full of energy, really loves to be there, like he pretty much knocked it out of the park. So
yeah, and I thought it was really good too. for Inca anyway. But yeah, continuing on to number 30, it's Nogizaka 46. This is their third time in. They only been here a year earlier than their sister group, and they sung a song called Influencer.
And this is another song that I went out and purchased mid-song.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is going in the collection right here, right now.
Now.
it's this is mine. Like this song is really good. It's nice and catchy. It was good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's a 48 or 46 pop song, so it was really good. They also had one of the commentators. He's another Canadian. His name is Banana Man, kind of singing along or performing along with them in the mid crowd.
He looks like a heavier version of Mo from the Three Stooges if Mo was Asian.
Yeah, and, so Banana Man is that's another whole topic in Japanese pop culture, but yeah, they are very famous comedy duo. So I can see why they are part of the Kohaku anyway. But yeah, going down to number 31. Um, it's a singer by the name of Matsuo Esiko, and this is her 21st year. Another long-standing time that she's been here, and she sung a song called "Atarashi Ashita," and
Which,
I thought it was really good.
yeah, it's not bad.
Hey.
I felt really special. I knew what the song title meant. I was like, oh, okay, new tomorrow. I can get behind that.
And I like Matsuda Seiko. She's released a couple CDs in America under just Seiko, and she's been around for a while. But I like her music. She has some good songs, so I like this one.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yes, she's known as the internal idol, so she's another idol person. Once we kind of get into more of the idol history breakdown performances, I would love to cover her specifically. She has a very long lasting career, going through beginning in the 80s, I believe. So I would love to kind of just go full force into learning more about her style and stuff.
Same.
But yeah, after this is a singer by the name of Hirai Ken. This is his 5th year, I believe. Or no, 8th
No,
year.
8th.
And he sung a song called Nonfiction. And this was really good. I really liked it.
Like, he's okay. I remember, like, there's some songs of his I really like, and there's some songs of his I don't care for. I feel like it's hit or miss with him. I didn't care for this one too much.
Yeah, I felt the same. Like it's not a bad song by any means. But for me personally, I was like, oh yeah, it's okay. It's not really hitting on much, but it's not like if I heard it on the radio, I wouldn't turn it. I'd be like, oh yeah.
No, hey, I know it. But yeah, continuing on to number 33. It was a duo actually. So this was Shina Ringo and Matsumoto Taurus singing Main Street.
Yes.
So what is it like to see Shina Ringo live now? Well, live, quote unquote.
I really liked her. I really liked the song. They could have dropped Tortoise. He was slowing the whole thing down. like
Is that a pun there?
yeah, it was meant to be. Like in all seriousness, like he was fine. Like there was a few times where like you could tell like they were out of sync in singing. Like they weren't hitting the same words at the same time. But the song itself was really good, and like Shina Ringo has like this beautiful opening solo. Like she sings the whole first verse by herself, and I thought like maybe they might do like a trade off, like well she'll sing one verse and like he'll sing the second and stuff like that. But that's not what happened. She sings the first verse by herself, and then once the chorus kicks in through the rest of the song, it's a duet between the two of them. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's a good song, but like I said, he's a little out of sync. So like, there's a few times where like they're not matching the way they're supposed to. But you know, maybe like I said, it wasn't a bad song, but I think it would have been better had he not been there. But Shina Ringo's awesome.
Nice. But yeah, continuing on to number 34, Perfume.
Yes.
I love Perfume.
Yes, Perfume.
I would say this is. It may not be act of the show, but it was pretty close because instead of cutting away from a different venue or a live audience, this was actually done on the roof of the building that they're in. And so like you have the three girls in this triangular stage that's lit up, and you have the beautiful city in the background, just lights and everything. And these girls are on point. They are in sync. The song is uber catchy, like really good. Like they and like I said, I don't know if they were like the best act of the whole thing, but they were pretty close. Like this was awesome. Like they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, this is their 10th year doing it, and the song that they sung was called Tokyo Girl, so I guess it kind of makes sense that they chose that kind of motif.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It made a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense now. So I'm like, oh, wow, they kind of went all out for it. And I was just laughing because before they started it, they did kind of let an interview asking, oh, how is it like out there? And they're saying, oh, it's really cold. Let's hurry up and do this. So we can get back inside.
Well, and because see, like I saw the outfits that the girls are in, and I'm like it's been 30, like the high outside of my place has been 34. Most like all week it's been 34 degrees. It's been uber cold. I work outside all day. I'm in 5 layers, freezing. These girls are in tiny dresses and not much else. So I'm like, Lord, is it warmer out there or what? Like, yeah, I could imagine they were cold.
Well, yeah. It's funny because Japanese fashion, like some of the girls, they wear like those kind of outfits in winter time, and they act like nothing's wrong.
Oh, child, there's a lot of things wrong. Starting with the fact.
Nope, I had like layers on all week, so it's 12 degrees, layers on all week. I could not do what they did. Nope.
Well, then again, this is a different terms of fashion between us and them.
That's true.
Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't know personally. Where I am at, it's 70 degrees every day.
Rub it in.
Yes, I will.
I work out in the freezing cold for 6 hours a day. Oh.
But yeah, I digress. Continuing on to 35. It is X Japan. And I wanted to hear your first impressions of X Japan there, Gray.
Yeah, so like, because like it's 45 performances. Like, there's no way I'd be able to talk about any of these if I didn't take down notes. So so X Japan, they were interviewing them before they started, and like I looked at their outfits, and I'm like, man, this looks like an 80s hair metal band. Just the way they have their hair done, the outfits they have on, and I'm like, and like I'm expecting like this 80s rock song to just come out of these guys, and they cut over to the stage, and it's one guy at a piano and another guy singing, and it is one of the most it is the most beautiful song of the night. Like just this gorgeous song. It's called Endless Rain. It is very non-rock in every regard, like just this straight up song. And then like the piano stops and you hear a little music in the background. You're like, okay, what's going on here? And the guy that's playing the piano gets up and he walks. And as he's walking, you see this drum set erecting itself from the ground. And you're like, what is going on here? And then they play like the 80s hair metal music that you would expect from a group of that image. Like, they lived right up to their image, and it was awesome and it was great. But I was like, I was a bit floored at the same time. I was like, what's going on here? But it was like X Japan's performance is worth trying to see if you can find it on YouTube. I like, seriously, it is something to behold. Like,
I agree.
I love X Japan. Once we kind of, so they're one of the fortes into visual kei, which is a subgenre of rock in Japan, and I can't wait to get into visual kei and just see what your reactions are to them. I can't wait personally. but
Eh,
but yeah, I loved X Japan's performance personally.
like I said, it was good. It was really I like I'm not certain if they did two different songs because like there was such a transition in tempo and like they only have like the one song on the list, so I don't know if it was the same song or not, but like it was good. I liked it. Like Endless Rain was, like I said, really good song. Really loved it. It was a gorgeous piece, and then yeah, they rocked out that last little bit. Like it was good.
Oh yeah, it was really good. But yeah, continuing on to number 36, my girls.
All
My
48 of them.
girls. All 48 of them. Okay, so it's AKB48. This is their 10th time in the Kohaku. So they did something a little different this year. So this is how big AKB is. What AKB does is they go around and they do their own version of the Kohaku, which is pretty much a red or white version of which members is going to perform in it, because there's so many members at this point. There's not just 48 of them. There's like over 100 something of them.
Oh, I
Over 100.
see. I thought they just
Yeah.
set the cap at 48, but I know I just figured like they cycled out girls.
Yeah, so sometimes they do that, but a lot of times they just split the performances and stuff. So yeah, it's funny. So once they did that, they determined who was going to be the main group that's performing for AKB. They added a little twist. Not only the song that they chosen isn't going to be predetermined. Usually when they sing, they always have a predetermined song so they know what set list to do. They made a set list of 30 songs. They're going to only choose three, and it's going to be in random order. And then they're going to have to pick. Or, well, it's going to be randomized in the order of how it's going to be picked. This was something. This was really something. So they did a lot of older songs. They did this voice song called Ogore Diamond, Big Voice Diamond, one of my favorite songs. Then San or 365 Nichi no Kimi Hikoki and Juichigatsu no Anklet. So Juichigatsu no Anklet. So this song is very important for one of the members. Her name is Watanabe Mayu. We mentioned her on last week's show.
Yes.
This is her graduation single, pretty much. This was the last single that she was going to be a part of as the main center. So it was very important for her to sing this song. And I kind of teared up because she started to tear up because this was a very important moment, because this is the last time she's going to be on the Kohaku. This is the last time everything.
I wouldn't say that. She could make it back as a solo artist. I mean, she had a single her debut album hit the top 10 Oricon. Like, she could be back next year, just not as a member of AKB48.
It would be very, very interesting. Not to shoot you down there, but it will be very interesting to see if it does do that, because there are certain members that have graduated and done solo songs, but they just never reached that pendulum, that echelon of going back onto the Kohaku and saying, I did this on my own without the help of Akimoto Sensei.
Yeah. But
who knows? Mayu could be something very different.
Like,
I'll look forward to it.
I will say, as the American that was watching that, I was really confused. I'm like, okay, so the girl's crying. Something important's going on here. And when they were like announcing the songs, I was like I thought it was like a game show part of just the way that they did it and the graphics they were using. I was like was there like a lottery pool or something? I thought like maybe the audience voted for the songs that they wanted to do. Like it was really interesting. But then like she started crying. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but something's going down. And then I was kind of expecting like slower songs, but the three that they picked were really upbeat. And I think she was
yeah.
actually tearing up a little bit during November Anklet, which is
Oh yeah.
Juichi Gatsu no Anklet.
Yeah.
November Anklet.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, they were
Yeah,
all
it was.
three good songs.
Oh yeah, I loved Okoi and Diamond. It's one of my favorite songs. It's one of the first songs I ever listened from them. So, and you can't say I was getting a little misty there when Mayu was getting misty. Oh man.
It'll be
Oh
okay.
man.
It'll be okay. There's hope in the future.
I hope so, man. I hope so. But yeah, continue on down to number 37. Was a very interesting group called Elephant Kashimashi. It's their debut, and it's really interesting because they've been in the industry for a while, and they've been in the industry for a while, and this is their first time getting to the Kohaku, which is to show how difficult it is to try and get here. But yeah, how do you think of their style, Gray?
Let's see. Uh, like it was a pretty solid song. It wasn't bad. It wasn't anything I was super crazy about. Just it was to me. It was just like another one of the songs. Like, oh yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, and the song that they did was Kyoyoi no Tsukini no ni, and it was very, very interesting to say the least. But yeah, continue on to number 38. It's Matsu Takako with Ashita wa Doko Kara. And this is her third time, man. You know, she's fairly famous pop singer back from the early 90s. So.
Yeah, I thought she looked a little older, but I mean the song itself was pretty lovely. Like I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah, it was a really good song. I really can't wait to see more of these singers. Mostly because they're in these songs or in the business for so long, but they don't perform as much. So I kind of want to see more of these like people that only get in for single digits.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue on. It's Hoshinogen with Family Song. And I was freaked out by this song, not because of the guy singing. What was happening behind the guy singing, I believe. I think it was this song, but they had this backup dancer that was creeping me out.
I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention to it. Like the song didn't draw me in.
There was this backup guy. I think he was part of a dance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know this song because he was the dude. I know he had one leg, right? Yes. Yeah. He had one leg, and he kept doing these weird, awkward poses, and I'm I know this song now because I remember now what you're talking about. I was like, what is the deal? I mean,
yeah, just so.
More power to the guy that's missing a leg. I mean, I don't want to rag on him, but I'm like, this doesn't seem to. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the name of the song is Family Song. I like.
Nothing family about that, man.
But yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, continue on to number 40. Superfly. I love Superfly. The singer is such a beautiful singer, and I'm so sad. This is only her second time in the Kohaku, and the song that she sung is I Komete Hana Taba and it's such a lovely song.
She has a beautiful voice, but personally, like for me personally, like the song wasn't really hitting on much.
Oh,
Might be one of those songs where like you go back and you like sometimes like you need to hear a song more than once to really appreciate it for what it
yeah,
is. So maybe I need to go back and re-listen to it because like the first time I heard it, I'm like, well, it like she has a lovely voice. I liked it, but like the song itself just wasn't really hitting on much for me. So I was like, oh, it's okay. But
oh yeah. When we get a chance to, because Superfly, she's been in it for, I want to say, since the mid aughts, and yeah, her career is a very interesting career. I can't wait to kind of go into her style and just looking at her discography and stuff like that too.
well, and with a name like Superfly, I was kind of expecting like a group of people. And for
Yeah.
the first little while of the song, I kept expecting other people to show up. And it wasn't until she was probably 3/4 of the way through it dawned on me she is Superfly,
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
and not in the
Yeah.
'70s term icon. I don't know, maybe she might, maybe you guys might think she is Superfly, but I'm like, I just kept waiting for like a band or like people to show up behind her, and the whole time I was like, yeah, nobody's coming. This is weird. Oh, that's her name. Oh, okay, Gray's on board
but
now.
but everyone's on. So yeah, continue on. There's number 41, My Boys,
Oh,
Arashi.
she.
They they sung two songs, Guts, which is one of my favorite songs of their recent songs, and
Interesting.
Doors, Yuki no Kiseki. So,
Like I like Doors more than I did Guts. Like
oh yeah,
Doors was awesome, and this is the song that had all the holograms in them because like they produce a door for each member of the band, which is five of them, and like they never like they you could always see through them, but it gets really hard to see through the doors, right? And then like they open up and then the door comes out and goes over the audience and it zooms back across and it goes up on screen and then like a door opens and then like they dance. But like it was really good. It threw me because I didn't know one of the hosts was a member of Arashi.
yeah.
So when I saw him in the group, I was like, okay, okay, was not expecting that.
Oh
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
was,
So yeah,
but yeah, it was good. Like both songs were really good. I did like Guts. I just like Doors a little bit more. But
yeah.
yeah, I could see
Doors
the
is
appeal.
their this year's song. That's why. So it has a little bit more special meaning to them. But Guts is a very popular song. I believe it was 2000. I want to say 15 or 16, two
Yeah.
years ago or so when that song debuted. And
Uh,
it's been one of my favorite songs from them since it happened. Actually,
my biggest critique of that song is like because during the song like they have all these people with like these cards and that they hold
yeah.
up and like various card formations make various pictures and stuff like that, but they kept hard like they kept super zooming in on the band, so like you would see like all these card formations in the background and they're really blurry and you can only make out like a small portion of it, and they kept changing it, and I'm like, I want to see what the pictures that they're making are, and no, I keep getting uber close-ups of the boys, which there's nothing wrong with that, I guess, but it wasn't what I was wanting to see because I was like,
Oh
I was
yeah.
like I want to see what you guys got going on in the back there, and they only
Yeah.
cut back for like two or three times, and like right at the end of Guts, they cut back and like they showed like the sea of white cards with red cards spelling out Guts, and I'm like, oh, that was really cool. and I think they only showed like one or two more formations, and I'm like, I would love to have seen more of that personally. But yeah,
But yeah, continue on to number 42, Takahashi Mariko. For you. Oh man, this is we're getting to the point that these are the more older singers that have been in the programs for a while now. This
yeah.
is her fifth or sixth time in it, and yeah, the song was all right. I liked it.
It,
It's
it
okay.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was really pretty, and she had a gorgeous voice to it. So,
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
I'm with you. It wasn't like the only note that I wrote was it's a beautiful song, because yeah, it was. But
Yeah.
um, um, it was interesting, and you can tell by like this program, by this time of the program, they were all kind of starting to wind down a little bit. It it
Oh
it,
yeah.
it was pushing 11:30 around this time, so yeah, you can imagine everyone there is tired.
Oh yeah. But continue on to number 43. It's by an artist named Hikawa Kiyoshi. This is his 18th year. He's a very prestigious Inca singer. So, and it's funny because he does both Inca and pop, but he kind of switches his name to kind of differentiate himself from what style he's mostly going to be doing.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
must be nice to be in that point in your career where you can do that. Like, you know
Well,
what?
I mean,
Today I don't feel like Koyoshi Hikawa. I feel like Koyoshi Himakawa.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's back when he started, he was known as the Prince of Inca. So,
I could
you
see
know,
that. I could
hey,
totally see that. He looked like royalty doing that song, anyways.
yeah. And the song that he sung was Kiyoshi no Sono Doku no Bashi, which is
Is,
yeah.
is it me, or is it cheating when you stick your own name in your own song as part of the title?
Yeah, it's kind of just a little bit. But
It,
yeah.
but
So the
it
next
was a good
the
song, and the whole crowd got in on
yeah.
it. I mean, they were really
Oh yeah.
into it, and I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, more power to you.
So the next two acts, they're what we call the golden acts. So they don't are not a part of the Team Red or White. They're more of like a special guest. So the first one was Namie. Obviously, because it would be kind of a landslide if she was kind of to be in it for the red team. Uh, yes,
I
and
mean,
they had a lovely tribute for her.
It was. It was nice, although I feel like they skipped some years that I loved, but they did a good tribute, seeing from 1992 till now, and I liked a lot of the songs they picked. I think they did a good job.
it was it was actually kind of heart touching a little bit, just to see the scope of her career and that magnitude of it, and
Yeah.
there's a sense of finality when you're watching that tribute. Like, wow, this is
Yeah,
it for her.
I teared up. I teared up.
I'm a little surprised they went with Hero for the song, for like her last song. Like, I figured it'd be Finally, something a little bit more poignant, but Hero was really nice, well done, and the stage she sung that on was really interesting because she was just in a hallway of a bunch of door frames. So
I guess they kind of to symbolize her way out. I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and it just seeing where she began and where she is now was, it shows how far she's come, and how she's, what she is now, as you see her from then and now. It's kind of an amazing transformation too.
How old was she in '92? Because I mean, she looked like like 14 years
14, I
old
think.
in
Yeah.
that clip.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna be 40. No, Yeah, she's gonna be 40 this year. So
That's a career.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when they're doing the tribute, she said, "Oh yeah, up to every generation, up to the 40s, she's been in the industry." So yeah, it was a good song. I really liked it, and one of the rarities that I like from her style, anyway. So, but yeah, continuing on. So this was very interesting on my part. So they had a singer. His name is Keisuke Kawada, and he's a singer for the Southern All Stars, which is a band, a really very influential rock band back in the 70s, actually.
Oh,
And
Oh wow,
I
I
mean,
didn't know they were that old.
yeah,
he looked old, pretty old on up there. So I can believe it. I can totally believe that he was from the 70s.
so what they did something very strange and out of nowhere. They did this in Countdown Japan in Yokohama Arena, and they made everyone that was in there part of the Kohaku. So they are technically they can put that on their resume. Or- so I kind of want to see if they're going to do something like this next year too, but we'll see. We'll
It's
see. But
it's possible. I mean, it could have just been the fact that that particular band, because they're so old, have such a following. They have probably a little bit more
yeah,
prestige, maybe.
yeah.
And I
But
mean,
yeah,
it was right
going
at the
down.
end. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was going. It was winding down already. But continue on to lovely 44, Ishikawa Sayuri. She's been in it for 40 years. My
Yeah,
goodness.
and I would say of all the actors, she's the one who truly rose the highest, for she ascended Mount Fuji itself.
Yeah, my goodness. Oh, yeah, it was a great Inca song, and you can tell a lot of it was just just so interesting. Just to see from her point of view of how Inca evolved from what the younger singers were singing for Inca to compare to her style. It'd be very interesting. But yeah, lastly, rounding out the guys is a folk rock duo by the name of Yuzu.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is their eighth time there, and the song that they sung was Eiko no Kakuko, and it's all right. I liked it.
I I,
Yuzu's been there for a while.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it had a good beat. I felt like it was a good way to end the show, like this upbeat duet kind of thing. I thought it was a solid song.
Oh yeah, but
Well,
yeah,
they
after
didn't.
that,
Well, I mean, they also sung "Old Lady Design" in Japanese, but everybody sang that, so that doesn't count. That's not that does not count as the last song.
yeah, but yeah. So going down. So this is by technicality a competition. So they did a voting. Everyone did a voting of which team won, and Team White won by almost double.
It is, yeah, over 1 million votes.
Yeah.
Because red team got 1,432,371 votes, and white team got 2,237,644 votes. So yeah, near double, like landslide.
And
It's crazy.
it's
That's
funny. So so they started doing these things for digital TV. So because a lot of people watch this live, we can't do it because when we're watching it live, we don't have access to do that part in Japan. So all Japanese like remotes have like a voting system on them so that you can vote for certain things. So it's kind of like if American Idol had the voting system right on our remotes instead, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So even without that, white team won, and if it was strictly within the voting system within the NHK, they won by 300 votes. So, or yeah, but yeah.
The
So
yeah, the singer for Arashi like got to hold like it wasn't quite a trophy, but we're gonna call it a trophy for lack of a better word to use to describe it. He got to hold like the edifice of the trophy, and that dude was uber excited.
Oh yeah, because every single time Arashi hosted, they lost or Red won.
That's funny.
This is the first. It was the first time that they were able to, or he personally was, because the solo members hosted after the group really didn't want to host together because it was kind of more of a mainstay to kind of juggle 5 people, rather than one. Yeah, so after the solo start, White started to win again. So, but yeah. So with that,
I'll just say they better be. I'll just say they better be glad I didn't vote because I would have voted red.
I would have too. I have a thing for the girl singers.
Personally, I would have voted white. So.
I mean, I think they both did a really good job.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough either way. And I mean, there's a lot of good performances on both sides, but I think there's just a few more acts on the red side I preferred over the white. So, but
yeah,
always next year.
With that, I know we ran really long, mostly because we're covering one of the biggest music shows of the year in Japan. But yeah, thank you very much if you chose to kind of listen on with us.
To stick through it with us, yes.
I didn't realize we were running that long.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
It's just a 2-hour show, so just half the time the Kohaku. You know, if you got time to listen to this, if you make it to the end of this, you could probably make it to the end of the Kohaku.
Possibly. I still need to. I'm almost there. I've skipped around a lot.
Well, I think we should probably do this annually, every January, start the year off. Let's just 2-hour shows. Let's do the
Kohaku.
We'll just review it. Kohaku party.
Kohaku party.
Yeah, but yeah, with that, you guys have a wonderful New Year's, and thank you once again to listening to us as we continue on towards the new year. We'll have a blast with this, and I thank you very much. Couple housekeeping rules. Luna, where can you reach us?
You can reach us at Ongaku to You on Twitter. And you can also reach us by email, ongaku2you@gmail.com. We're pretty responsive to Twitter. I recommend following us on there more than anything. We post a lot of what we're listening to now. If you have any suggestions, feel free to tweet us. We'd be happy to respond to you. Same via email.
But yeah, thank you very much, you guys. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. This is Ken, signing off.
Thank you so much for listening. This is Luna. Have a great week.
And this is Gray. Later, guys.